you have a block, grab hold of a block. If not, then get hold of a pillow. And you're going to rest the block on your thighs there, in your little seat, in your child's pose seat. And you're just going to relax over the block. Take your arms all the way up in front and just let your forehead rest down towards the floor. So it might not reach the floor, that's fine. And if you've got another block, you could put the block underneath your forehead. If you're okay just to hang there, then relaxing over the block. Just let your eyes close. Start to breathe a little bit deeper, a little bit more mindfully. If you really tune in, you might be able to feel a little pulsing within the belly. It's like a little lifeline within. Breathing in, just feeling yourself inflate and pressing into the block. And then breathing out, just relaxing into the block. The block just helping you to get a little bit of an extra stretch in the back. Which you'll notice in a moment when we come into child's pose without the block. One more breath. Walk your hands back and lift your chest up. And we'll just put the block to one side now. If you push down to your fingertips to draw your chest forwards and then relax over your legs. So it should feel a little bit easier to get into this child's pose shape, or a little bit different anyway. If you can, letting your forehead rest on the floor. Just noticing how it feels to breathe here without the block. Relaxing your hips, relaxing your feet. One more breath. We'll take the hands back towards the heels and catch hold of the heels. You can keep hold of those heels as you roll up onto the crown of the head. And just feel the shoulders stretch here. Breathing in. And breathing out. Lowering the bum back down onto the heels. And then extending your arms all the way out in front. We're going to come up onto all fours. And move through your all fours to take the thighs towards the floor. And then just take the hips back again. Okay, so nice and slowly, mindfully, just getting a little bit of movement into the legs, into your hips, feeling the stretch through your core. Also starting to wake up your wrists a little bit. Now we can take little circles. You feel this through the sides of the body and the hips. And then take the circles the other way. And then we will come up and tuck your toes under. If you have the block, you're going to sit it on top of your heels and then sit your bum onto the block. So nice stretch through the feet there. And just let your right ear fall towards the right shoulder. We'll squeeze the left shoulder blade down the back. And bringing the head back to the center. Left ear towards the left shoulder. And again, just seeing now how it feels there through the right side. Bringing the head back to the center, drop your chin to your chest. And then turn the face up to the sky. Stretch the front of the throat. Bringing the head back to the center. How's those feet doing there? I think it's so much easier with the block. Yeah, but we'll lift the bum up off the block. Just pop it to one side and then back onto your all fours. Cat-cow, letting your belly drop. Lift the head and chest up. And then exhale, tucking the tail, rounding into your back, chin to chest. Again, letting the belly drop, draw the head, chest forwards. And then exhale, rounding into the back, chin to chest. Last time, inhale, let the belly drop, draw the head, chest forwards. And then exhale, rounding the back, chin to chest. And we'll come back to neutral. And now slide your right arm underneath your body to the left side. Rest the side of the head into the floor and the left fingers to the top of the mat. So just see how it feels there through your spine, hips pushing backwards and level and twisting from your belly button and above. You can use your block as a pillow if you like. And the left hand is going to go around your back, snuggle it around your right thigh. Try and stack the top shoulder back there. Just have a little play with extending your left leg back, toes tucked under. You get a nice stretch through your calf there. Inhaling. And exhaling. Now you can bring your left hand back if you like, or keep it wrapped around and start to lift the left leg up. So finding that little balance there. Good. Don't worry if you fall. And we'll lower the left hand back down onto the mat by your face. And then keep the left leg lifted as you come up. Right hand through, back onto all fours with the left leg up. Bend the knee and then just start to pulse the leg a little bit. Try and get the hamstring and the glute working. And then bring the heel into the bottom and create a big circle with the knee. See how that feels through your hips. And then circle it the other way. Good, we'll lower the left knee to the floor and then slide your left arm underneath your body to the right side. Okay, side of the head goes to the floor there. Just see how that feels. Stretching out your day. Right fingers to the top of the mat. Breathing in and breathing out as you twist. You can take the right hand behind your back, snuggle the fingers around the thigh and just see how that feels there. Pushing down through both knees, hips level. And imagine your body spinning around your spine. You can bring your right hand back on the floor by your face if you need a little bit more balance. Or extend your right leg back and press your toes into the floor. And if you like, lifting your right leg up without using that right hand, or using the right hand and just seeing what's available. And then release the right hand on the floor by your face. And then come back up, keeping the right leg lifted. So you're going to bend the right leg and then start to pulse the leg, waking up your hamstring and your glute. Keep it pulsing without the belly dropping, the belly staying strong. And then you can bend the knee and draw a big circle with that knee. Yes. Good. And then we can lower the right knee back onto the mat. Take a cat-cow, let the belly drop, draw the head, chest forwards. And then exhale, round into the back, chin to chest. Coming back to neutral. You're going to extend your right leg all the way back, push through the right heel. And as you exhale, bring your right knee into your nose. And now slot your foot inside the right hand. Wiggle your left leg back, catch hold of your block. Don't worry if you've not got one, you can do it without a block. But you're going to place the right hip bone onto the block. Yeah, to find where that's comfortable. And if you're not quite low enough for the block, don't worry about it. So no use of the block. Okay, but you can have your hands resting on your knee. You breathe in, lift the chest up. As you breathe out, try and squeeze your right sit bone down into the block while trying to bring your left hip forwards. So you're pushing into that right heel and the left knee moving towards the right foot. Inhale, lift the chest up. And while you're supported there, as you exhale, take the hands behind you. There's those two options. Hold on to opposite elbows, or you're going to take the palms together and fingers straight up towards the sky. You're kind of resting here with your hip on the block, so you can focus a little bit more on your arms. Press the thumb, the palm of the hand, the baby fingers together if you're in this reverse prayer shape, or holding onto the opposite elbows. Good. All right, lower the belly over the thigh and release the hands either side front foot. Tuck the back toes and lift the back knee. Could you keep the right hip still on the block, maybe? And then we lift the hips up a little bit higher. Send the right foot to the back of the mat. You can move the block out of the way. Let's push the hips up and back into your downward facing dog. Press the heels to the floor. See how the backs of the legs feel. You can wiggle those hips. And we'll lower the knees to the floor. And then extend your left leg back. We're going to lift the left leg off the floor. Good. Keep it nice and strong now. Left knee into your nose. You try and slot the left foot inside the hands. And then walk your right leg away. Coming onto the other side. Catch hold of the block. Now, don't worry if the block is not high enough, then don't worry. Yeah, no block. You can stay here without it. That's it. Hands onto your knee. Lift your chest up. And try and relax into the block here. Pushing down to your left foot. Like your right leg is drawing towards the left foot. Right hip. And then taking the shape of the hands that felt best for you, maybe holding on to opposite elbows, or maybe pressing the palms together. If you're pressing the palms together, feel the shoulder blades draw back, chest lift, squeeze down through that left hip. And you've got time to tuck your tail and lift the chest up. Lower your belly back over that left thigh and then take the hands either side. Now lift the back knee off without, maybe you can keep that hip down onto the block to see if there's that room, maybe not, maybe not. And then lifting the hips a little bit higher, send your left foot to the back of the mat. Take the block out of the way and then let's lift the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Breathe in. Maybe you can feel where the block was, yeah, and it's that area that you want to try and tilt towards the sky. That attachment point between the hamstring and the hip, the buttock. Lift your right leg up to the sky. Bring your right knee into your nose. Slot your right foot next to your right thumb. And we just come up into high lunge. Lift your arms up nice and strong. Then we take the hands behind you, interlace the elbows. Hands around the elbows or palms facing upwards, fingers facing upwards. Inhale, imagine that you're squeezing down into that block with the right hip. Lift the chest up. Good, and then lower yourself over the right thigh. And then let the hands rest either side of the front foot. Okay, and we'll take the front foot to the back. And you can go with the vinyasa, dropping your knees if you want, or going down one long plank, depending on what kind of day you've had. Coming through into your cobra up dog. And then meet me in your downward facing dog. Wiggling out whatever needs wiggling there. Now we lift the left leg to the sky. And we can bring the knee into the nose, slot the foot there inside the hands. And then from here, coming up into your high lunge. Okay, so lifting those up, arms up, and then thinking about this imaginary block coming down from that left sit bone. Inhale, you can take the hands behind you, either elbows or palms, fingers upwards towards the head. Press your palms together, baby fingers, thumbs. Lift the chest up or hold on to those elbows. And then lower the belly back over the thigh, right hip, drawing forwards. And hands go down either side, front foot. Okay, let the front foot float to the back. And your vinyasa, dropping your knees if you want. Yeah, do any variation that you like. Meet me in your downward facing dog. Breathing in, push down through your hands. Try and tilt the sit bones up towards the sky. That's the trick here, tilting the sit bones up towards the sky. Bend the knees and look forwards. Jump or step your feet inside the hands. Once you get there, take a halfway lift and lengthen. And then exhale and fold. Roll your way up. Last thing to come up is the head. We're going to move through 3 sun salutations. Press your palms together, lift the arms up. And then exhale, fold and hinge from the hips. Hands to the floor, breathe in, lift the head, chest up. Breathe out, plant the hands, jump or step your feet back. Vinyasa or not, elbows brush rib cage. Come through, cobra, up dog, nice. Take it up and back into downward facing dog. Bend the knees and look forwards. How lightly can you drop the feet inside the hands? Good. Take a halfway lift and lengthen. And then exhale and fold. Relax the head. Good. Start to roll your way up. Press your palms together. Lift the arms up. Stretch the front of the body. And then exhale and fold it forwards. Good. Breathe in. Draw the head, chest forwards. Weight into your toes. Exhale and fold, hands to the floor. Jump, step your feet back. Vinyasa or not, you choose. And then meet me in your downward facing dog when you get there. Last one, bending the knees, looking forwards. How lightly can you jump the feet inside the hands? Halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Roll your way up, coming up to standing. Press the palms together, lift the arms up, stretch the front. And then exhale and fold. Inhale, lift the head, chest up. Exhale, plant the hands, lightly jump your feet back. Yes, vinyasa or not. Nice and controlled. Beautiful. Meet me in downward facing dog. Good. Once you're there, take that big breath in. And exhale it out. Take your right leg up to the sky now. Bend your left leg, look forwards. You're going to try and jump your left foot inside your hands. Good. Now bring your right knee up to your chest, come up to standing. You can always put the foot on the floor first and then come to standing. So we did something similar to this this morning and maybe last night. We take a big circle with the right leg and bend the left leg, take the left hand to the floor. Maybe a block's nearby and you can pick it up. Coming back up, bring your right knee in, squeeze it in, hug the thigh into your chest. Yes. And again, big circle, right knee goes up and around. Bend the left leg, left hand to the floor. How low can you go? And then bring the right knee all the way back up. How's that left leg doing? Just extend your right leg forwards. And then swing it all the way back into a warrior three. You've got your thumbs pushing into your chest bone for help. Bend the left leg a lot. And then lower your right foot to the floor and lift your arms up to the sky. Start to lean back, lean back, lean back, lift the chest up. And then exhale, fall forwards, hands either side, front foot. Front foot to the back. Vinyasa your way. Go with your flow. Downward facing dogs where we meet. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, let it go. All right, so now lift the left leg to the sky. Bend the knee and look forwards. Okay, so how lightly can you jump your right foot inside your hands? And then we can bring the left knee all the way in. Come up to standing. Bring your hands heart center. And it's helpful to find something to focus on here to help you balance. Yeah. So a big circle in this left knee goes all the way around. And then you start to bend your right knee, right hand to the floor. Touch the floor. And then lift it all the way back up. Bring the knee into the chest. And again, big circle. So you're lifting up that hip as you go around. Bending into the right leg, trying to touch the floor. And then come all the way back. Good, squeeze it in. Did we do 3? I think we should anyway. Take it all the way around. Bend the right leg, right hand to the floor. Good. And then come all the way back up to standing. Squeeze the left knee into your chest. Extend the leg forwards. We've been working all week for this pose. And then slide it back into your warrior three. Drop that left hip. Bend your right leg. Bend it, bend it, bend it. Left toes touch the floor. Front foot to the back. Vinyasa. Go with your flow. Or not. Meet me in downward facing dog. Press the heels down, wiggle the hips up, inhale. And exhale. Okay. So a little bit of what we did last night and this morning. Right knee to your right wrist. Right foot towards the left wrist. Coming into your pigeon, extend the back leg away. And we're going to walk the hands back and lift the chest up. Yeah, feel that extension and that lift. Push down through that back leg. Yeah, fall onto your right side and bring your left knee to touch your right foot. Yeah, sit and then sit both hips down. Reach your arms forwards, or you can have your hands on the floor. You can lift your knees up and then let them turn to the back. And then lift your knees up and then bring them back to the front. Okay, so now make sure both knees are on the mat. You're going to come up onto your right shin. Yeah, and then take your right hand on the outside of your right leg and left fingers up and over your head just to feel that extension there. Take the left hand behind your head now. Open up the elbow a little bit more. And then release, come back to the center. All right, going to step down onto your right shin and bring your left foot forwards. And then bring your right knee all the way up to the chest. Squeeze it up high. Big circle, right knee goes around. Now bend your left leg and rest your left hand on the floor. And then start to straighten the left leg, straighten the right leg, right fingers to the sky, twisting the chest. Half moon, can you lift that right leg a bit higher? Come into an aeroplane, warrior three, arms out to the side. And then bend the left leg a lot. Right foot touches the floor. And then left foot to the back of the mat. Vinyasa, exhale. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, take it back. Can you feel the energy in the leg there? Yeah, how is the energy through both legs. I will bring the left knee to the left wrist. Left foot towards the right wrist. Slide the back leg away. Glorious pigeon. Take the hands back and lift the chest up. Feel the extension, the energy traveling upwards through the crown of the head. And then you can release the hands, fall onto your left side. You can always use your hands here if you need to. And we'll bring the right knee in to touch your left foot. So reach your arms forward, so you're going to be facing the other side now. Lift your knees up and then let them fall to the back of the mat. Yes, good. Now lift the knees up and then you're facing back to the front. Good. So make sure your knees are on the mat if you've got a hard floor, and then come up onto your shin, onto that left shin. Yeah. Take the left hand behind you, right arm up. Feel the stretch, extension from the fingertips through that right hip. And then you can rest the right hand behind your head and try and peel the chest back a little bit more. Good, bringing yourself forwards, coming up to standing again. Arms come forwards. Now carefully push down through this left shin to bring your right foot forwards. And then stand onto your right leg. Bring your left knee up to your chest. Find that something solid to focus on. Yes, you can hop around if you need. So big circle, left leg goes around. Bend the right leg and rest your right hand on the floor. Yeah, so once you feel solid there, you can start to straighten the left leg and straighten the right leg. Good. Now try and twist the chest towards the left side. You're in your half moon shape. Breathing in. And breathing out. So you're going to drop that left hip now and take your right arm out to the side into warrior 3 or aeroplane. Oops. And then start to bend your right leg a lot. Keep that left leg lifted as long as you can. Left foot touches the floor, and then front foot to the back. Your vinyasa, go with your flow. Meet me in downward facing dog. Breathing in. Once you get there, no rush. And breathing out. Cool, guys, look forwards. Just lift your left leg up a moment. And then step your left foot in between your hand and your foot. Yeah, so right in the center there. Now bring your right leg all the way through, straightening the leg and sitting the bum down onto the mat. Sole of the left foot to your inner right thigh, right leg resting on the floor. Catch hold of your block. Place the block on top of the thigh. It can be a pillow as well. You're breathing in, lifting your chest up, and then breathing out, and then folding over the block. So seeing where you can find a nice comfortable place there. Left hand can go on the outside of your left leg. Right hand by your right hip. Breathing in, chest to your toes. And breathing out and folding over the leg. Okay, so the block helping you to create that extra little bit of space. So when you take the block away, it becomes a little bit easier. Good. All right, lift yourself back up. And now take the block or the pillow away. Hands either side of the hip. Now try and lift your chest up. And then exhale and fold over the leg. Again, left hand can go outside right leg or outside the shin. It might be that your chest is a little bit higher here. And that's all totally fine. Just see where you feel the stretch. One more breath. Lifting your chest back up. Yeah. Coming back up to seated, and we lift the left knee up. take your left arm up to the sky, reach forwards, and option outside of your right foot or outside of the right leg. Yeah, see where you can reach for. You're going to lean back and lift your leg up. Maybe the hand goes behind the leg or behind the edge of the foot. And then squeeze the right fingers back. So we did this at the beginning of the week. Lifting the chest up tall, inhale. And exhale, twist, twist, twist. It might be that you might be able to use a little bit of momentum and come up onto that left foot. Finding the twist there. And lowering back down, yeah. Might be able to do it a few times, just rocking forwards and back. Just looking at all that work that you've done. And then release. Okay, now keep the right leg to the sky, hands go down. You're gonna take your right leg all the way back and then back into your downward facing dog. Going for the other side, lift your left leg up, right leg up, sorry. And then bring your right foot halfway up the mat. And then reach the left leg through and come down to seated. Lower the left leg down and then spin the right knee open, sole of the foot to the inner left thigh. Yeah, so catch hold of your block again. Block on top of the thigh, inhale, lift your chest up. And then exhale and fold over the leg. That's it. So there's a few options. You could just have your hands either side of the leg. It might be that the block is not doing anything because you can't quite get down any lower. So then you don't need to worry about the block. Yeah, but if it is a useful tool and helps you to get a little bit deeper, then use it. Feel your lower back lengthen. So feel the hamstrings stretch. And then coming back up, just take the block away. Explore the space. Inhale, lift up. Exhale and fold forwards. So again, maybe hand outside, maybe it's either side of the leg. Yeah, where do you feel the stretch? Good. All right, coming back up. And we're going to bring this right knee up and press the foot flat onto the floor. Reach your right arm up and then as far forwards as you can go. So there's those two options. You might be able to grab hold of the edge of the foot or you're holding onto the leg and you're going to lean back to lift your right leg up. That's it. Maybe it's the foot, maybe it's the leg, and then left fingers behind you into this twist. Imagine you're going to stand onto the right foot because that's where you're going next. And breathing in, crown of the head lifts up. Imagine there's a string from the crown of your head. And then use a little bit of momentum, rocking onto that right leg to lift the bum off the floor. And then lower back down. But it might be that you just do the motion and don't quite get there yet, which is good. That's just creating the pathway and you'll get there eventually. Something I'm working on is standing up from here. It's not happening yet. Good. Lovely. And then lowering yourself back down. So remembering this from the beginning of the week. Don't think about it. Hands down. Left leg goes back. And then right leg goes back into your downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Bend the knees and look forwards. Jump your feet outside the hands. Make it as light as you can. Sit your bum onto the mat. Press your feet together. Lift the head, chest up, spine long, and then start to fall forwards. Relax your head down. Breathing in. And breathing out. Coming back onto those sitting bones. Catch hold of the edges of your feet now. Use those sitting bones to balance. So you're going to rock back and lift your feet up. So you're kind of in between the sitting bones and the tailbone, or maybe just on the sitting bones. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, try and draw the chest forwards. That's it. Balancing Baddha Konasana, your goddess pose. One more breath. And we're going to stay here. Slide your right arm underneath your right shin and your left arm underneath your left shin. Still balancing on those sitting bones. Thumb, first finger touch. Squeeze the heels down as you try and draw your chest up. Yeah, so getting a bit of a stretch in your shoulders here. If you've fallen and gone for a ride, don't worry. Release the hands. Take them now outside of your feet, round into your back, and fall back into a happy baby. Yeah. Big breath in. And a long breath out. You're going to keep hold of your right leg and extend your left leg flat onto the floor. Breathing in, lift the head, don't lift the head, chest up. Breathing in, just feel the length, and as you exhale, right thigh down outside the right rib cage. Catch, your left hand is going to catch hold of the outer right foot. Yeah. And then you're going to keep bending your right leg, bring the foot to the crease of your left hip. And if it all feels well with your knee here, press your right knee down towards the floor. Notice that space that we've created in the right hip and enjoy it. And you want to flex that left foot. Squeeze your belly button back into the mat. Okay, so it's one stage on from where we were before in the Janu Sirsasana pose. You might want to put the sole of the foot in a thigh if that feels better for your knee. Otherwise, breathing into it, breathing into that space. Or lift the right leg back up and take it back into your happy baby, holding on to the outer edge of the foot. Left leg up to the sky, you're going to bend the knee, hold on to the edge of the foot, and then extend your right leg out. We're nearly there, guys. You're breathing in. In this moment, you're just enjoying the space that you've created in your body and in your mind, hopefully, as well. Right hand's going to catch hold of the outer left foot. And then you squeeze the heel towards the crease of your right hip and try and press the knee open there. Then again, if this knee is not happy here, just bring the sole of the foot in a right thigh. You want to flex your right foot, toes to the sky. Back into happy baby on that left leg. Good, lift the right leg up. Happy baby into both legs, breathing in. And as you breathe out, release the legs. I'm going to take them up and over the head. And rest the feet behind the head. Feel the elbows resting onto the floor. And then with the palms flat on the floor, start to lower the spine down slowly. And then we'll bend the knees, rest the feet on the floor, straight into your bridge pose. Down, pushing down through the feet and lifting the hips up. Now hopefully you've got a block nearby or a pillow, and you can just have the block on its high edge if it's a block, and rest the sacrum on the block. You can let your knees press together, feet as wide as the mat. That's it, and that arms can go up and over your head. Just relax. quite a big stretch. If you're on this high end of the block, you can put it onto its lower edge. But if everything feels okay, you can extend your feet to the corners of the mat. That's it, and just enjoy the hips being lifted, the shape of the spine. And let your body melt into the block. Melt into the shape. One more breath. Rebending the legs, have your feet flat. Lift the hips up to the sky. Take the block away and then lower the spine down nice and slow. Good. Take Shavasana, feet to the corners of the mat, hands down by your side, palms faced up. And try to give yourself this little moment. Yeah, so however the practice felt for you today, taking this little moment of quiet, of peace, before you continue with whatever it is that's on the list. Just breathing a little bit deeper. Moving fingers, moving toes, just slowly stirring. Staying relaxed as you reach your arms above the head. Do that full body stretch. Roll over to the right side into your fetal shape. And keeping your eyes closed, come up to seated to face the front. Bring your hands to the heart center, thumbs into the chest bone. Hoping that you have a beautiful rest of the day. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Namaste. Have a lovely rest of the day.